Hello?
Miss Lestico, guess what time it is?
What time?
It's time for math!
Yay!
Hey!
Welcome to another week of math!
I'm so excited! It's not another week though, Miss Lestico. It's just another day.
Oh my goodness.
I am so excited. What are we doing today?
Well, today we're taking everything that we've learned the past week and we are putting it all together so that we can start reviewing this unit. So, our target says I can sort numbers from least to greatest and plot numbers on an open number line. And I can represent a number to 120 using various forms.
Wow, we've done all of that stuff already. So it sounds like a whole bunch, but if we just take our time and go slowly, we can definitely show all of that stuff.
That's right. When we represent our numbers in various forms, we really know our place value pretty well, and it's easy to put our numbers from least to greatest and then plot them on our number lines.
I think we should go ahead and get started by representing some numbers in various forms.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pick a number and write it in standard form. So the number that we're going to look at first is going to be 116. So I have a standard form, the digits, how you would normally see them for 116. Now looking at the standard form of this number, I have to figure out how many hundreds, how many tens, and how many ones I see in this number. So starting at the left, this is our hundreds place. I can see that I have a 1 in the hundreds place. And then we have the tens place. Oh, and I have another 1 in the tens place. And then in the ones place, I have a 6. So remember, this is not how much it's worth. This is how many I see in the standard form, which helps me draw those amount of blocks for our picture form. So I can see that I'm going to draw 100 block, and that is my big square, because remember, 100 tiny ones have to fit inside of this square. So I drew it nice and big. And I'm going to draw 110. So that's my long, skinny rectangles. Oh, and I'm going to draw 6 ones. So I'm going to draw little tiny cubes. And I'm going to make sure that I go back and count to make sure that I drew the right amount. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. And now to put it in expanded form, this is when I start thinking about what is the value of these different blocks and how much is it worth for expanded form. So I know that 100 block is worth 100 because there are 100 tiny ones inside of here. And I know that this 10 block is worth 10 because there are 10 ones inside of this. Oh, and here I can see my ones, so I can count them and see how much my ones are worth. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my ones are worth 6. So 100 plus 10 plus 6 would equal my standard form of 116.
Good job, Miss Lestico. Okay, now it's my turn. I'm going to pick a number, and I want to do the number 105. So here's what my number looks like in standard form, 105. Okay, now I need to look how many hundreds, tens, and ones do I have. Well, I can just look right here. This is my hundreds place value, and I have a 1. So I have 100. Oh, next is my tens. This is my tens place value. I have a 0 there. Well, guess what? That just means I have 0 tens. So I have 0. And the last place value right here, all the way on the right side, I have a 5. So I have 5 ones. 5 in the ones place. So here are my hundreds, tens, and ones. Hey, since I did all that hard work already, I know what to draw for my picture form. I need to draw 100 block. And I know that hundreds block is the big square, just like that. I don't have any tens to draw, so I'm not even going to worry about that. And, oh, I have 5 ones to draw. Now, these are also a square, just like the 100 block, but they're really small. So I'm going to draw them just like this, making sure to put a little gap in between so I can clearly tell how many I have. So here is my picture form of this number. I have a 100 block and 5 1 blocks. Okay, now I'm ready for my expanded form where I expand it and show you the values of each digit. I have 100 block. I'm not going to put a 1 because it's not worth 1. It's worth 100. That's its value. So I have 100. Now, the next thing that comes is tens. I don't have any tens, so I need to put a 0. I cannot just skip the middle box and say 100 plus 5 because I need to show you that I have 0 tens, okay? And I know that I have 5 ones, and that's a value of 5. So my correct expanded form for this number will be 100 plus 0 plus 5. So we have our 2 numbers. Miss Lestico, something else in our target says that we need to be able to compare these numbers.
That's right. So looking at Miss Lime's number of 105 and my number of 116, I'm wondering which of our numbers is the greater number?
Well, we need to start by comparing their numbers in the place value. Let's see.
That's true. So we start in the hundreds place.
I have a 1 in my hundreds place.
Oh, well, I have a 1 in the hundreds place too. So, oh no, I remember they are not equal because we have to look at the next place.
Oh, that's so right. Okay, in the tens, I have a 0.
And I have a 1.
Oh, that's not the same.
That is not the same number. I know that 1 is more or greater than 0.
That's right, and 0 is definitely less than 1. So this number, 105, is definitely less than 116. So I'm going to put that comparison symbol right here. The smaller side or the close side is going to the smaller number, and the bigger or greater side is going towards the greater number.
And when we read it, just like a book going from left to right, we would read 105 is less than 116.
Miss Lestico, I have a challenge for you.
Okay.
Do you remember when we were generating numbers before? That means coming up with a number.
In the tens place.
What if I gave you this problem and I wanted you to come up with a number that would make this statement true? So it's a number that has to be in between 105 and 116. So it would make this statement true.
Oh, well, I know whatever number I pick, I'm going to have to do 2 separate problems for it. So I'm going to have to make sure greater than 105 and less than 116.
Ooh, would like 90 work?
90, let's see.
90 is definitely less than 116.
That's right. So if I put 90 right here, I could see that, oh, this is true. 90 is less than 116 because it has a 0 in the hundreds place.
Oh, but 105 is not less than 90.
That's true. 90 is less than 105, so that wouldn't work. Oh, what about a number like 120?
Ooh.
120 is definitely greater than 105.
Yeah, so this is true. 105 is less than 120. That's true.
Oh, wait, but I remember I have to do 2 problems.
Oh.
So then 120 is less than 116. Oh, that's not true. So
That's
it can't
not
be this
true.
number.
Oh, what about 114? Let's try that one. 114. 105 is less than 114. That's true. And
114 is less than 116.
That's true.
That's true. Even though the first 2 numbers are the same, I know that 4 is less than 6.
Ooh, I like that, Miss Lestico. Let's keep that number right here and see if we can put our 3 numbers on an open number line. Okay, well, I remember, Miss Lestico, when we were doing this, 105 was our smallest number. It was our least number. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on this open number line all the way over here because it is the least number. It's the smallest number we had.
Oh, well, and I remember that 116 was the greatest number that we had. And I know that the greatest number goes on the right side, right over here. So I'm going to write 116.
Now, when we were doing this earlier, this week and last week, 114 is not going to 100% just immediately go right in the middle, just because it's the middle number.
That's true.
We need to determine which side is it closer to.
Oh, well, I remember that when we were comparing these numbers, the first two digits of 114 is the same as 116.
Mm-hmm.
But 105 has a 0 in the tens place.
Yeah, that's right. I know that 114 is way closer to 116 than it is 105.
That's right.
So we're going to put it much closer to that side when we put it on a number line.
There's only one number between 114 and 116, and that's 115. So I'm not going to leave a whole lot of space at all.
It's your turn.
On Seesaw,
You have an assignment. You are going to have to get the number and break it down into its various forms. And then what are they going to need to do?
and then you're going to have to take those numbers and put them from least to greatest and put them on an open number line.
Make sure you pay close attention to all of the numbers and the different place values. Push that green check mark when you're done.
Good luck, first grade.